the advantage of making your quiz online is that you can set it, especially if the exam is like essay, no, I'm sorry, multiple choice, the checking is automated. So when you make your quizzes, you can already set how that particular item in the quiz will be checked. Okay. Now and then of course you can also create assignment bins for take-home assignments or quizzes or examinations. Now for long exams, isn't it for our particular courses, sometimes we want to have two long exams or several quizzes. Now for the My Portal, you can only, what do you call this? Uh, Roel said that the maximum, like if you want to have an essay exam, the maximum would only be 1.5 hours. So it should not exceed that time, 1.5 hours. If you want to make an essay question, that should be the maximum limit. Okay. Now, if it's a long exam, ideally, like in my case, for my exams, I divide a 100-point exam into several quizzes. Okay. Again, for that period of 1 week. So I would have parts maybe 1 to 4. And then they can access any of those quizzes 1 to 4 during that period of time. Again, with the time limit. So if it is a purely objective exam, then maybe I can set it like 1 to 2 minutes per question. Now, for the essay questions, of course, the time limit would be longer. Now, for my proposal, I would also like to propose that if you design an exam, okay, one quiz, ideally, I would recommend that you do not mix objective exams with essay examinations. So put all your objective questions under one quiz, and then put all your essay questions in another quiz. Don't mix them together. The advantage is if you put all your objective questions in one quiz and there is automatic checking, then the students would already have immediate feedback on the result on how they fared for that particular quiz, if it's an objective quiz. Because with an essay, then of course you need to manually mark each of the answers of the students. Okay. So now I will go to the part where you can, how to create the quiz. So I'm just going to enlarge the My Portal section. Now on the lower left-hand level of the My Portal, you will see their settings. Can everybody see from the back? So on the left-hand side of the My Portal, you will see their settings, and first you need to click turn editing on in order for you to be able to modify what you like on the My Portal. And then at the bottom part, you will see their question bank. Okay, so if I click this one, question bank, let's see what happens. Okay, so here I have so these are the quizzes that I have created over time. So that I have 150 items. And I can use any of these questions that I have already created to create my quiz. Okay. Okay. So for example, I would like to create okay, click create a new question. So this is if you don't have anything yet in your question bank, no? So this is how you start. Create a new question. And a window like this will come out. Choose a question type to add. So you have a list of question types here. And if you could click one, like let's say multiple choice. So if you click multiple choice, and then click the word next. Okay. So this is now the window where you will create your multiple choice question. Okay. Now, in order for you to track, let's say if you have a course course module divided into several modules, like maybe 10, I would suggest that here under question name, you write something here, like maybe module 1, what the question is about. Because anything you write under the question name will not be seen by your student when you make the quiz. So it's actually for your personal record. Because if you don't write anything here, uh, you will not remember anymore what question you wrote for that particular item. Okay, so it would be good to um, put some signs there on how you're going to track, no? What would be the questions that you have written for that particular quiz. Okay, so let's say I write here module 1, M1, and maybe the question is on energy. Okay, and then I can write the question here. Okay, so I will just write something like that. And then default mark. So if it's a multiple choice, then maybe you can just put 1 point. Or if it is a matching type of 5 items, then you can change the default mark to 5. And then you also have here number of choices. So you can also design what type of coding you want for your answers, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, or the Roman numerals. And then below that, you have now here, this is the nice part, the answer. Okay. So you can already put the answer here, and then you can also designate what would be the grade of the student if the student puts the correct answer. So if that answer is chosen, then the grade is already automatic. Okay. So grade, let's say I put here San, and the grade is 100. Okay. Or maybe the grade is 1. Okay, just put 1 or 100. Okay. And then maybe if I put here, so that's for, and then you can put also some feedback. Okay, you're right. That's the correct answer because the sun, blah, blah, blah. So you can put some feedback there as well. And then if you can put other choices since this is a multiple choice question. So you can add here maybe another choice, maybe like Earth. Okay, and then grade is, okay, so the grade is, saan naman ba yung zero dito? Tama, none lang pala. Okay, so none. And then at the bottom part, there is an option here if you want to put more choices. So as a default, there are only 5 choices. Okay. And then there is also penalty for each incorrect try. So you can also penalize the student if the answer is not correct. Okay. But this one, usually I set this to 0. So I do not penalize them for putting in a wrong answer. Okay. So put that to 0. I do not put any hints. And then I say save changes. Okay. So what will happen to that quiz that I just created? So if it's a multiple choice, it should appear uh, show all 151. Saan ba yun? Ayun, yun, yun. Okay, tamo, hindi ko nilagyan ng energy, I will not be able to see it anymore. So here is the question. So if you want to mark this question to be added to your to the quiz that you are going to create, you just click this one here, and then at the bottom it says there, you're supposed to be able to add it to the quiz. I don't know. Hindi, dapat ano na siya eh. Dapat pwede siya dun mag-move to eh. Or add to. Pero to delete lang. Move to. This one is, uh, dapat pwede mo siyang i-add dun sa quiz eh. O let's say, no, i-click ko na lang muna itong mga to. Okay, and I will also click this one. Hindi ako makapag-create ng quiz. Oh, pwede pa kayo lumabas to have coffee. Yes. Anyway, there's supposed to be a button at the bottom part that says add. No? So you just add that. And then there will be another column on the left side that will show you that you have already created that particular quiz. Okay. I think I would just go back to the quizzes that I have already created. I don't know what happened to that one. Okay, here, quiz 5. Now, uh, so how do you create the instructions like this for a quiz? Okay, you do that by, let's go back first to ENRM 223, the window. And then remember, I told you to click edit settings. Okay, so you need to always click that. And then uh, baka hindi ko click on yung turn editing on. Kaya hindi pala ako okay. Turn editing on. And then you will notice that at the bottom part of each window, there's two items there. Add a resource. Okay, can you see that? And the other one is add an activity. Okay. So under add an activity, let's look at the drop-down list. Okay, so here, add an activity. So under this, add an activity, one of the choices, okay, you see there's so many activities, okay? And this is how you also create a assignments, okay, if you want to upload a file, or if you want to create a forum. This is also how you will create a discussion forum. So click forum there. And under there, you can create so many topics. And then you see here, quiz. Okay. So if I click that quiz, let's see what happens. Okay. Add a new quiz to introduce yourself. So, so this is how you create the quiz. Okay. So let's go back to uh, course schedule, quiz number 5. Quiz 5. Okay. So, since this is the first quiz that I am giving for my students, okay, I write something here, okay. Hello, ENRM 223. This quiz will prepare you to take the midterms exams. This is because the midterm exams will be composed of several long quizzes. As I said, no, for a long term, 100 points, you need to cut it up into smaller quizzes. The only difference is that you will only be allowed one attempt in the midterm exams, while this quiz will allow you to take two attempts so that they will experience how it is to take an online quiz. Take this quiz 5 before you attempt to take the midterm exam starting from today until okay, whatever period. It will be online. This quiz may consist of 2 pages, not just one. So please make sure you have answered all questions before you submit press the submit button. Sometimes I also remind them, please make sure you have a good internet connection. Okay, that's very important because sometimes it hangs. No? So I get some feedback from students, Ma'am, can you give me another chance because my interconnection failed. So it logged me out of the quiz. Okay, so please make sure you remind your students. Okay, so if you do this one, quiz number 5, you can actually you will be able to. So again, look at the lower left hand corner. You see the quiz administration. Okay, you can edit the settings of the quiz itself. Okay, so here you will see edit quiz. Okay, so i-click nyo yung edit quiz. And this is how the quiz will look like. Okay, so here, quiz number 5, you will see there that the total grade is 10 points. Okay, and here, you can also set if how many questions you want for each page. Okay, so under page 1, I have 2 questions. Page 2, I have questions 3 and 4. Okay. Ayun, ito na yung add to quiz. Ito, kanina wala tong option na to eh. Kita nyo? Okay, add to quiz. Kanina nawawala eh. I don't know what happened. Okay. So here, now if you want to add more questions, you just click on, if you have made your quiz bank, you just click on the question that you would like to add and then click add to quiz. And it will be reflected here in this other column. Okay? So that's how you create the quiz. Now, for the essay question, what if you want to make an essay? So, you can also create the question in the quiz bank. Now, for the essay, let's say for this essay question, let's look at this first essay question. Okay. So, once you have created your quiz bank, you will notice that there are some icons to the right of the quiz bank. Okay. Can you tell me what the icons are? One is, can you see? Teka, lalakihan ko. Wala na eh. Oh, hindi ko na siya makikita. Okay. Can you see this one? Meron parang magnifying glass. Tapos may katabi siya na parang nagsusulat. Okay? So if you want to edit the quiz, you click the one that has a pen. Okay? Kung yung gusto. Now, if you just want to have a look at the quiz, tignan mo lang, no? So you just click the magnifying glass and you will already see the quiz. Okay? So this is how the quiz will look like to your students. So this is the essay type of quiz. Okay? So here, there is a space there where your students can write the answer. The essay po to. And then, when you make your essay question, you can also set how many points you will assign for the essay question. Click it, you will just choose from the drop-down list what would be the score of the student for the essay question. Huh? Yes, ma'am. Yes. Oh. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes. So, yes po. So Kaya nga po sabi ko, remember I told you, do not mix the essay with the objective question. So your students will get automatic feedback for the objective. But with the essay questions, you need to manually correct each of the items that you put in your essay question. Well, actually, they were already planning to develop some kind of a software for that. Pero hindi pa. Hindi pa. Unless you put some maybe keywords there that would say, if you see these words, then that's already automatic. But the My Portal hasn't gone to that extent yet. Okay, so you need to manually check the essay question. Okay, so do you want to have a look at an essay question? Okay. Ito no, midterm exam. Okay. So if we will click attempts. So here there were 47 attempts on that essay question. Okay. So let's review attempt. So if you want to look at how the students answer the question. So this would be the way okay, so these are the answers of the students. Okay. And if you click this word comment, then you can actually override or make you can grade the exam. Okay, here, make comment or override mark. So if I click that, it will appear here. Okay, you can actually write a comment. Your answer is wrong. Your answer is perfect. Very good. Okay, and then here you can mark. Okay, so here I assigned 5 points for that particular essay question, and you can mark here. Yes. Yes, manually. Sorry? Yes. Hindi, kasi the answer is here. You see this box here at the top. So that is where the students will put their answer. You can make a comment. So the student will be able to also read the comment together with the score. Okay? Okay. Now, if you want to highlight a particular portion, you can, yes, put this one there, copy paste into your comment, and then make your reaction. Yes, pa. Microphone. Ma'am, can you please use the mic? Okay.
I tell them to limit the answer
Yes.
to, let's say, 100 words
Yes.
or 500 words. And I want that they don't exceed 500. Some students, they give you 5 pages. But otherwise, I only want a paragraph.
Ma'am, you can
So how
set
do you
the
set?
number of lines.
Yun.
Yes. Okay. Okay, let's do that. So, let's go back to the quiz. Okay. Balikan natin yung quiz, no? So, ito yon, midterm exam part 4.
You set the number of lines.
Yes, ma'am.
That window will
Yes.
not. Okay.
No. Yes, ma'am. So you can set the number of lines. Like for me, I set maybe 10 lines. So that's the maximum. So yes, ma'am. So it really depends on your expectation of how long the answers will be. Okay? But you can set that. So ma'am, dito yon sa edit quiz. Edit quiz. Okay. And then, ma'am, you can click ito, ma'am, no? So, describe. Ma'am, eto nito, yung essay, no? You click yung may parang ballpen na yan. So, i-edit mo yan na ganyan. And then, ma'am, ito, input box size. You can set here how many lines. 5 lines, 10 lines, 15 lines. So, you can set only how short or how long you want the students to write their essay answers. Okay? Hindi nalalagpas dun. Okay na, ma'am? Okay. Any questions on how to make essay questions? Okay na? So, the advantage of making your exam online, you will not require anymore a proctored exam for the learning centers. Okay, so that eliminates the waiting time for you to, to check the exam. Okay, the disadvantage is of course, you need to make a balance of how many minutes you will allow for students to write their essay answers without copying and pasting from the internet. Okay? So that's a challenge for the teacher, no? How do you make a question uh, and the time limit so that the students will answer them but will not have enough time to, to access definitely they will do that, but to copy and paste. So it's really a balancing act. 1 hour and 30 minutes is the recommended time. Otherwise, the My Portal will shut down. Okay? Uh-uh. Okay? So, any other comments, questions, suggestions? By the way, when you make your exam, it's not just text. You can put images, drawings, pictures, or if you want them to, so if it's a creative writing thing, you will put picture there. You can do that. So it's not just textual. Yes po.
Somebody else answers for them.
Ma'am, yun yung isang, ma'am, I always
Honesty of
think
the highest.
if they do that, okay, the reckoning will be in the comprehensive exam because that's a sit-down exam at the learning center. So it's both for the core, the basic courses, the core courses, and the major courses. So if they did that, that's to their disadvantage.
Possible, ma'am.
Ma'am, I think it is. Yes. Oo nga. Yes. I already had that experience at UPLB. Yes, ako hindi. The girlfriend of my student was the one who, yeah, who sat down and took the exam. Yeah. But he was, uh, hindi, because we checked the IDs. So there were other faculty who told me, Ma'am, she's not our student. Because somebody was checking the attendance. It was a big class. So that student was suspended for, I think, 1 semester. Yes.
I would not even recognize that one.
Yeah.
So
Oo nga.
can there be any check on IP address
The
at least?
UPOU is actually trying to design a system wherein there would be cameras, checking while you are actually seated and doing the exam. Actually, for our students who are overseas, we do this. Only for over our offshore students, we have a mechanism of having 2 cameras, and then there is a online proctor who watches the student taking the exam. Yes. Kaya nga eh. Kaya nga the technique here is to limit the time. Okay? So what would be so ideally I actually asked Dean Pat of the Faculty of Education, how many minutes should I allow for each objective question? She said maybe 1 minute for each objective question. And then for the essay, maximum of maybe 15 minutes for each essay question. Okay na po? Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, can we give the high score for our quiz? Dahil ang highest natin syempre si Juvie. So we will not give, the price is forfeited. Oo. Okay. But next, dahil si Prof. Myra ay bago, yeah, so we'll give her the, okay. So in fact, Prof. Juvie should be the one to give the prize, right? And let us give a round of applause to our new FIC, Ma'am Elma. Ha? Sa, forfeited, binigyan nyo? Sige, natanggap niya na eh. Hindi ko na mababawi yan. Si Ma'am Elma. Yay. And si Sir Boyet. Yes, a round of applause. Okay, the last, meron pa isa, si Ma'am Wena. Nasaan na si Ma'am Wena? Okay. Very near. 7.5, 8. Yeah. So, but anyway, we will give you some souvenir later from Los Baños. Okay. So, okay, maybe we can proceed now. If we have questions, we can just discuss them as we go along with the program. But I think we have to, some of you have to leave at maybe around 2 or 2:30. So let's just go through some of your responsibilities as FIC. Okay. So let me just go through. Okay, so you are an FIC. What does an FIC mean? What does it stand for? Faculty in charge. Okay, so when we say you are an FIC, you are a faculty in charge at FMDS. And these are the types of FIC we have. We are regular faculty because we are full-time UPOU faculty. Some of you are connected with with the CU, with UPLB, Diliman, Visayas, Tacloban. So you are an affiliate faculty. If you are not connected with any UP unit, you have a lecturer appointment. Okay. Retired is also a lecturer, I think. Right, lecturer si ma'am. Okay, so for an FIC, for an affiliate, there's an inter-CU request. So I hope you went through this. Si Ma'am Buena. Then, have you received your FIC notice? Do you have your FIC notice by now? Do you have? Okay, so you should have your FIC notice with you. Okay, so what are your responsibilities? Okay. So we are now 1 week, 1 week na ba? Since the start of the semester. So I hope by now, you have your course guide. Do you have your course guide? Yes? Is it already uploaded in the course site? Very good. Is there a complete set of assignments? Is there an assignment guide? Okay. Now, this is important. You have to fill out online form on course requirement. What is this form? Let me just go to the link. Do you plan to have a final exam? Do you? Okay, so this is important that you accomplish this form. Because if you don't accomplish this form and you plan to have your exam proctored, sit down, then you have to fill out this form. Bagal. We will not be sending any reminder about this form anymore. There will just be one memo, so I hope you'll be able to accomplish this form soon. Sorry for the slow connection. Okay, so while we are downloading, so by now you should have opened your course site, uploaded your course guide, your course assignment, and the readings, of course, and also the course material. Make sure you have uploaded the course material. Did you upload or someone uploaded for you? No, it should be you. Yeah. The, for some, please check. Make sure that it is uploaded because for my course it was not uploaded, so I had to upload it myself. So you should check if the material is uploaded. Okay, so in-upload na po, ma'am. Okay. So nasaan ba si ano? This one, ma'am, is yes, this will be sent through email. So I hope Wanay has already sent the form, but it looks something like this. Summary of course requirements, exam schedule, and special instruction. So all FMDS FIC should accomplish this form so that we will just be informed whether you will have an online exam, an online proctored exam, a sit-down proctored exam. So you have to accomplish this one. What is your program? Then your name, type of exam, midterm, finals, both, or others. Schedule of exam, you have to synchronize this with the schedule in the academic calendar. And also the time, is it sit-down proctored, online? When we say sit-down proctored, it will be accomplished in a learning center, a testing center, or if they are based overseas, it can be an embassy or a consular office. When we say online FIC administered, you'll be the one to administer the exam. So you will set up an exam in the course site, then you will be the one to administer it. Just like what Docon showed you earlier. Then it can be an online proctored. If you want it proctored online, you have to fill this out because someone else from the learning center will arrange the proctoring for you. So this is important because this will be the sole basis for this arrangement. You cannot inform us in the middle of the semester and tell us that, oh, I will have an online, I will have a sit-down proctored exam, and yet you did not accomplish this form. Okay, so this is where is Prof. Rita? This is very important for MAN because MAN have students abroad. Many of their students are based abroad. Okay, so there should be special instruction. If it's sit-down proctored, will you allow calculator? Is it open notes? Will you allow laptops? Those kinds of things. Okay, so this is very important. So please accomplish this one. And then, what else? Okay, during the semester, you should at least, yes ma'am. Okay po.
Fill out the form
Yes po.
in the beginning of the SEM. So it should have been filled out.
Yeah.
And otherwise, we send the final exam. In my case, I would like that the final exam be a sit-down exam. So when do I give the final exam itself? When do I send it to
The
you?
final exam
Oo,
question.
kasi I remember you require FICs with sit-down exams to send the exam parang middle of the sem. It's too early for me.
Too early for you, ma'am. Oh.
Oo.
Okay. Then this is how the process, so that you'll have an idea why we are requiring it that early. Um, if it is a sit-down proctored exam, from the FIC, it will be sent to FMDS. Then FMDS will send it to a dispatch, print and production unit, where they will reproduce it. From that unit, they will send it to a dispatch unit. From a dispatch unit, they will send it to the learning centers and testing centers all over the Philippines and even abroad, which is why it takes time. Imagine that many offices which it will pass through, which is why as much as possible, at the middle of the SEM, you can give us the exam questions. So that's why we are requiring that we will be able to receive it that early. Otherwise, the learning center might not be able to get the exam on time. Yes, ma'am. Especially for Prof. Rita, just emphasize this to your FICs, the importance of receiving the exam questions midterm, uh, midterm for the final exam. But since for your courses you have midterm exam, then we should have received it by now. Phone, microphone po.
Dr. Joanne, ngayon we decided na one exam na lang kami.
Okay.
So it will be on May 16.
Okay, yeah.
So to
Better.
prevent further damage
Okay.
and comments and complaints.
Yes.
And also we have to give us also preparation din
Okay.
kasi may pagbabago na rin sa amin.
Okay. Thank you.
Change of
Yeah. Yes.
Akala ko i-email lang and then they reproduce. No, we're not allowed to email that to the
Mm-mm.
learning center so they can reproduce it. Parang ugat, it has to be mailed and to be open to preserve the integrity of the exams. So physical mail talaga. So we are not allowed. Kasi can you imagine, nagkamali, in-email, and then it spread like, na, wala na yung exam mo. Okay? So to preserve the integrity of the exam, and to be printed and mailed the traditional way. So that is actually the main reason. That's why we're not simply emailing them para i-print yun na lang so can conduct exam. We're not allowed.
Yes, thank you for emphasizing that, Prof. Julie. We really don't email, we don't fax, we send the hard copy, which is why we appreciate if you can send us the exam questions early enough for the reproduction and dispatch. Okay? So you should be handling one tutorial section for a maximum of 30 students. If for more than 30, you can hire a tutor. You can get a tutor, ma'am, if you have more than 30 students. Then the tutor will help you out in handling the course. So if you have yeah, but anyway, if you feel that you can handle it, you will be handling two sections and you will be properly compensated for it. This one, prepare and submit exam. Ito, just to be conservative, at least 1 month. Not hindi pala conservative to give time for you, but we appreciate if you could give it to us midterm. Opo. Yung 1 month po, ito na talaga yung todo na wala ng tawad. As in, ano na to, sobrang tawad na to. But of course, again, for especially for more than 1 month, because most of their students are, ay, special mention. For man, not 1 month, because most of the students are based abroad. It's difficult to send exams abroad, really. Okay, mark the exam paper of all students enrolled in a course. So you'll be the one to mark your exam papers. Okay, then it's also your responsibility to compute the final grades of all students enrolled in the course. And where do you submit your grades? Online. Okay, everything is online. Now, you will ask us, where is that in the My Portal? It's not in the My Portal. There's another portal for that. One, I please note that we will remind registrar that new FICs should have the password for the OST. So in that portal, it's the FIC portal, you will submit your grades there. So, ganito po itsura nun. Just to show you. Ay, what I can write on. So, ito po yung login. So, ay, let me check po yung link kung ito yon. Ano po? Pero you should be the one, you should go to this site. So from from the FMDS website, you can go to, okay, so you should be familiar with this website, fmds.upou.edu.ph. Everything, you can find everything here. This is the link to FIC portal, student portal, my portal. You can have some news here about you, about program. So, for example, you have some students who are newsworthy. For example, we have one student from MENREM. He was awarded 10 outstanding movers of the Philippines. So we can have here featured. So, yeah, mover. Move a house mover. Okay, so ang final exam po is May 16. Okay. Just like in UP, other UP units, we have 2 semesters, but in UPOU, we have a trisem. But for FMDS, lahat po ay 2 semesters. Okay? Full load ng estudyante, they are allowed 12 units, but the regular load is 6. So in case students will ask you, can we have 9 units load? Don't just answer them yes. They should ask permission from their program chair. So for ASEAN, please refer them to Doc Jean. For MPM, please refer them to Prof. Juby. For MAN, refer to Prof. Rita. So this has prior approval. So don't just give advice that they can enroll more than 6 units. Yes? Okay, ito po, this is important. Ano po? Ay, oo. Okay. So, yes, Ma'am Joyce. Ah, mabilis na po. Mga around 10. Ay, Mike.
Responsibilities
Opo.
of FICs.
Yes.
What are the benefits of FICs?
Okay. Benefits of FICs.
Bayad kayo.
Yeah, oo.
Na-delay na.
Na,
At the end of the semester yan.
let me ask you a question. Nadi-delay po ba ang payment nyo? Really? Because it should not...
I mean, ano na.
Once a semester ka lang, di promo.
Oh, but it should not be delayed, of course.
Ngayon,
Kasi,
wala pa.
ito po require, let me go to this, okay? Baka naman kasi you have not accomplished this one. That's why, you have an online, you have submitted your grades. I have printed it out. For regular and affiliate faculty, you have your faculty service record. For lecturer, certificate of work accomplishments. So, by, yun lang. Ideally, it should be within,
1 month?
no, not even. Once you have submitted your all the requirements, it should be processed within 2 weeks.
Pinapollow up na ninyo.
Okay po. Yes, ma'am.
Can I just share a problem I had with submission of grades?
Okay, ma'am. Go
So,
ahead po.
nag-online ako, ayaw pumasok maski anong gawin ko. Yung pala po, pag may extension, you have to give the explanation. But then kasi there's a summary of extension, there's a history of extension grades. So I thought that was enough. Hindi pala on the grade sheet, extension, explain, no final paper. Final paper to be revised. So I had to call support system and then they said, once I did that, na ano ko na online. Otherwise, I'll go to OpenU and submit po physically, no? But I wanted to submit online. Yeah. I'm just sharing para alam.
Thank
Pag
you
may
for-
EXT, lagay yung reason. Otherwise, hindi papasok yung online
Oo.
grades.
Actually, ma'am, it's not really the reason, but the lacking requirements. It is important because this grade will go directly to the student. Once you encode the grade, this will be reflected in the student portal. So when they see, for example, EXT, and then the student will ask, "Oh, why was I given an EXT? What do I lack?" So automatically, you just put there the lacking requirement. Lacks final exam, lacks midterm exam, lacks quiz 1, whatever. So it is important. The system is designed like that because otherwise we will be contacting all the FICs and ask them what is the lacking requirement, which is why the programmer designed this system in such a way that you will not be able to submit that unless you include the remarks. Okay.
Pero meron pa hong separate reports. History of the extension. You have to put their grades before
Yes, ma'am. Sige, ma'am. I think we can ask we can rethink the forms already. We will ask Sir Larry if we can rethink some of the forms because those forms were actually devised prior to the online submission of grades. Okay, so we will try to rethink some of the forms. But the most important requirements are this one: the grade, the faculty service record from CU, and lecturer certificate. Okay. So just to share with you po, yung here in our portal, FIC portal, you can view here class list po for example, this one, you can see the class directory. Are you using this one po? This one. If you click on the view class list, okay, if you click on that, it will bring you to this one. This is the class list. This is the reason why we don't send out class list anymore, because this is your class list, and it even includes a directory. Okay po. So some FICs kasi, they are following up with us, where is my class list? So at FMDS, we don't send class list anymore. Just go to your FIC portal. This is your class list. Yun po yung sa my portal, di ba? There's a my participant. Sometimes kasi, they would like to verify it with the officially registered students. Some FICs are asking for class list. So we don't send anymore. So there is a class list here and a directory. Okay? Okay. May question pa po while waiting for Dr. Mayor? Um, yes, Ma'am Joyce. Please use the mic po daw.
We have talked about EUP, EUP a while ago, one UP. Uh, my question actually is, in NCPAG, this is a follow-up on what we raised. We
Yes, ma'am.
talked about in
Yep,
Tagaytay.
opo.
And as we
Yep.
already informed you last time, NCPAG graduate courses have a credit load of
4.5.
4.5,
Yes.
and the maximum class size is 30 for graduate classes. 30. And so 4.5, 30 students. Sa OU, the credit load is 3 and class size of 39 in my case, 30 plus, more than 30. And three units lang ang credit load niya.
Opo.
Oo. And we raised this last time.
Yes, ma'am.
So our suggestion was if the OU can look at the policy. If we're talking of an UP, one standard, one quality education, then perhaps on the side of the benefits for teaching, handling courses, then there should also be one standard. And as I see it, the quality of and the effort that I put into my online courses is even more than my effort that I put into my residential classes. Kasi sa residential, sa klaseng to, in one sweep, then I have said what I want to say. But online, iisa-isahin ko yung student. And it really takes so much time. And so the quality should be the same. And therefore, the benefits should also be more or less the same.
Yes.
Yun lang.
Okay. Thank you, Ma'am Joyce, for bringing that up. Actually, Juve and I talk about this, and in maybe in our next Exicom, which I think is scheduled this. When is the Exicom, Pepper? March. We will have this in our agenda so we can talk about it. And I've told Prof. Juvie that maybe all the program chairs can make a formal proposal so that we can have this discussed at the higher level. So yes, ma'am.
I hope that you would seriously consider this since UPOU is now what, 20 years old. And we have raised the question 20 years ago. 20 years ago pa yun. So please, and then when you said a while ago that for now, kasi yung policy is still the same. So if you have more than 30 students, you said a while ago that you can have two sections. So two sections. But otherwise, pakiklaro lang yon. If you have two sections, therefore, so if you have 120 ba yun? Do you have four sections? If you have 120 students,
More than, ma'am. More
if
than.
you have more than 30 students, so below 60, then you have two sections. And therefore, your appointment now as two classes, FIC
And
grade
tutor.
or what? So,
The appointment now will be an
pakiklaro na lang.
FIC and a tutor. So an FIC has a 3-unit credit load, an FIC has a 1.5. So for every tutorial, you'll have a 1.5 credit load. So oo. So nagre-reflect naman po yan. Yan po ay counted dyan. Basta lumampas ng 30, you will have a corresponding load for a tutor, as a tutor, if you don't want to get a tutor. If you want to get a tutor, you can hire a tutor and they will be given a 1.5 credit load or corresponding compensation if they are not within UP. Yes, ma'am.
ang lecturers sa NCPAG, they get extra pay for the final exam. May separate rate for the final exam. So the usual the rate for the meetings, so many meetings, 16, and then an extra pay for the final exam.
Okay. So maybe we can note that down so we can have it included in the agenda for Exicom Pepper. Panote naman. Ano because walang nandito. Uh okay. Thank you, Ma'am Joyce. We have discussed this with our dean, and I've told him that we should discuss it in an Exicom meeting. The nearest one is this coming March. So I hope that we can give good news after this meeting. Okay. So anyway, now that Dr. Mayer is here, no, I think yeah, really. Which is why I've been telling the program chairs we should have a formal proposal. You know, no, we can. Nobody will act on it if there's no proposal. So maybe a load. I don't know. A department chair has a how many load in a residential unit? Six. Okay. So I think, di ba, we should explore that. Just explore. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying explore. Anyway, now that Dr. Mayer's here, this is the grading system of UP, UPOU, UP Open University. So one excellent. This one, so you can give a grade of 1, 125, 1.5, 1.75, up to a grade of no up to down to a grade of a failing grade is 5. um, for our usually in graduate school in graduate students, 2 is actually the passing, especially for some programs that have grade requirement. For MPM you have 2, average of 2. For MAN, average of 2, I think, and also for MNREM. Okay, so this is unique for UPOU, extended grade. Okay. So in a residential, you usually give incomplete, right? But at UPOU, in the spirit of openness, the openness philosophy, so we have this grade extended. Um, just like Mom said, the grade of EXT should be accompanied by annotation and the remarks. Yeah, so never forget that. Always put the remark annotation and the remarks, which indicates the specific work which the student needs to accomplish in order to complete the course. So a student can, just like in an incomplete case, the student can complete the course within 1 year. Okay. So when do you give an EXT? If the student has done any amount of work for the course and work is passing but failed to take, for example, a final exam or complete the requirements for the course, has not done any work but the student presented a valid written excuse before 3/4 of the term, has done a work which is failing but who is able to present a valid written excuse before 3/4 of the term. So they are, as I've said, given a year to complete. Uh, now, let me just call on the attention of the program chair. Please advise your FICs, because some FICs, instead of giving a grade of drop, give 5. Uh, so why would you give a failing grade if, for example, the student did not show up for the class, diba? So instead of giving a grade of 5, just drop them from the course. Okay? So there are 2 kinds of drop here. A drop, a drop which is authorized, they apply for it, and a drop which is not authorized. So a drop, you can, when you put the when you encode in the online submission of grade, drop, then it says they're official. It means that the student applied officially for a drop. If not, if the student just disappeared from your course, you can put drop and then with the remarks unauthorized. Okay, I hope that is clear, because recently we encounter an FIC who gave 5 for all the dropouts. This is very difficult because students will be Yeah, it will reflect on their transcript, and we don't want FICs requesting for change of grade, right? You have experienced this, so let us try to follow the grading system as much as possible. Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Again, last semester, I waited until the last day, January 3, para wala nga ang incomplete or extension. I didn't know that one of my students dropped officially pala. I gave her a grade of extension only because she fulfilled three-fourths of the, except the final paper, only to tell me na, Mom, I dropped the course. What?
Okay.
You dropped the course? I didn't know. So now I have to change the grade.
Ma'am,
Before the council meeting, I have not
Oo.
changed grades in 40 years of my
Okay.
teaching.
Thank you, ma'am,
That's how
for
careful I am in the making of grades.
yeah.
Oo.
Thank you, ma'am, for raising that. But a month before, we sent an email to all FICs with a corresponding Google Docs document. So please make sure that you check your email from FMDS Student Support, FMDS, because instead of sending an email, we attach an Google Doc in Excel spreadsheet, in a Google Drive, because it's easier for you. You don't have to check the attachment anymore. You can actually save it as your spreadsheet in your Excel, which is why we decided to send it as a Google document. No, we sent that no in December. December. We had to make sure that we sent. Pepper, you use you use.
We sent twice po. The first one is the 10th. Yes, you not yet the final list. And then afterwards, around maybe between December 12th to December 19, since there are a lot of programs, so we sent until December 19 po. Or I think 17 before the vacation. That's actually the final po. The one that you got from the Google Drive, that's the final po. But the list only in the email, that's not the final yet.
I asked Pepper to send an initial because it's already a month before the submission of final grade. So she sent an email with the heading that it's a ano ba doon, tentative initial list of dropouts or students who applied for drop. But we sent the final before the end of the semester. So I hope you got that. In case you do not get our email, please check the spam, or please yeah, but still you will receive the email. Yeah, but I think you just like the summary of course requirement, it's in Google Docs. This is also in Google Docs. So this is just to inform you that the list will come in Google Docs. It's easier po kasi for you, ma'am, because once you receive it, you can save as instead of sending it as a PDF file or as an email attachment. You can save it directly to your drive. Okay. So now, pagtapos na po ba ang semester, is your work over? Even if you have already been paid? Unfortunately, no, because some of students were given an EXT, which is why if you try to be very careful when giving EXT grades because they will haunt you a year after. Okay, so the students will apply online again. Please note po, please take note because some students email you directly. And then you receive the completion grade. Then you mark them. And then the students complain to us, where is my completion grade? We submitted it to our FIC. But we will not know about it if the student did not apply officially for completion. Okay, so medyo malinaw po yun. They should officially apply for an online completion. That's only the time when you will entertain completion of that student. Okay, I hope that's clear. Okay, removal of 4, given they can remove it within a year. And this is the maximum residence rule for a diploma course, then REM, DIH, DRNDM, the LVM social work 4, master 7 years. Yes, ma'am.
Back to the EXT.
Yes, ma'am.
Maybe for the benefit of the new faculty members, when they can give an EXT. Then in my case, my issue is there's this student who got an EXT from me, and then she emailed me and said that she has submitted her, she has processed the form, she has applied, and that she has submitted her EXT exam, and that she answered the final exam to remove the EXT and submitted the exam. So anyway, I just emailed her yesterday. I said, please submit to me the question to remove the EXT and your answers. So it looks like students, this one just downloaded the final exam from the course and took that as the exam to remove the EXT. So maybe if you orient students tomorrow, please, for me, I always prepare a new exam for EXT. It's not the final exam of the previous course. Sana alam nila yon kasi mukhang ganon yung nangyari dito.
Okay, thank you for pointing that out, ma'am. We will definitely orient the students about that. That is important because when an EXT is given and a final exam is lacking, we always ask the FIC if you will give the old exam or the new exam. So in that case, mom should have been asked if she will be giving the old exam or a new exam. Okay, so we'll note that. So this is the MRR. Anyway, so we also have graduation with honors. Some students are very grade conscious. So chancellor's list is 1.14, a dean's list is 1.24. We also have program, diba, for our faculty, 1.25 to 1.37 programs from program chairs list. Okay, just to highlight, these are the accounts you need to remember. Your My Portal account. Of course, you have to save your username and password. Your faculty portal. The faculty portal is where you will submit your online submission of grades. And of course, your UPOU email address and the library accounts, because this will be helpful for you. Okay. I've discussed this earlier. What are the requirements needed for you to be paid your honorarium? Okay. So for follow-ups, for payment, you know Mia, right? Our AO. Everyone knows Mia. No, where is Mia? We should introduce Mia. Yeah, let us ask Mia to come down so we can introduce her. Okay, so that's it. Maybe we can entertain questions for the benefit of our new FICs. Yes, ma'am. Ay, paper. Well, yeah.
Like 96 to 100 is one. Wala, o kanya-kanya lang tayo.
Uh,
Yung kanina kasi, so it's up to us? Yeah. Yeah. So there's no common
Yeah, it's up to you.
equivalence of what's excellent. 96 to 100, 1.25, 95 to whatever. No. Wala.
But sometimes if you feel like your students really could not really get that 96 and
Oh,
above,
may
the
median,
highest would be
ka?
70, then you also have to adjust a little bit,
Yeah. But
Yeah.
otherwise, you're free to have your own equivalent.
yeah, okay. This is our AO, Mia. Mia Prada. So if you have some administrative concerns, uh, this is the person you need to befriend.
Not me, ah. I will not
Mia.
release your salary. I will not the one in charge of it and all your payment. It's me, ah.
Okay, so instead of following up with your program chair, this is our AO, Miss Mia Prada. Okay. Any more question? Um, we have shown you some sample course sites already, and if you need help, you can just email us so we can provide corresponding support. Meron pa, Ma'am Juby? Uh,
Can you send to us those materials so our FICs who are not here can be able to take a look at it?
Yes, okay. One, I will send you all the PowerPoints and all the files. And by the way, all these videos are actually uploaded in YouTube, in UPOU networks. So if you need to review or to um, view again some of the materials, you can just go to the upounetworks.net. Okay. Um, any more clarifications, questions? Next meeting? Oh, of course, everyone is invited on February 24. It's UPOU's 20th anniversary. The UPOU is hosting the International Symposium on ASEAN Studies as sponsored. These are our ASEAN FICs. So if you are interested to attend, kindly register. Um, Saan na ba si Wanay? Pepper, sabihin mo na lang kay Wanay, email yung link for the ASEAN website ng ISAS. Kasi in-announce ko. ISAS. Okay. Sige. Later na lang. Okay. So, yun lang po. Any more questions and clarifications? If you cannot think of any right now, feel free to email us anytime, anywhere. Okay. So, thank you very much for coming, and let us give ourselves a round of applause. Before you go, Pao, can we get our pictures taken? Group photo.